Wil Herrington, driver of 19M JCM Motorsports. My dad raced for about 20 years, and I started when I was 12, and just kind of been here ever since. Or I ain't say here, because it's been a lot of hard work to get in this, situation I'm in now. But I've been a racing all my life, played sports, but my dad was off racing. I always wanted to be racing, so it's definitely been a part of my life that's been here for a long time. It's been a little different because we run points for Crate Racing USA in 2020, and we got behind early, and we had to make up a good bit of ground, and then we ended up winning it that year. And this time we're doing it. We actually started off leading it, and we lost the lead there, but it's a little different. It's been a couple years since we point raced, so it's kind of one of them things you gotta try to finish good and not tear your stuff up. So it's definitely in the back of your head all night you're racing is just kind of set yourself up to have a good night if you start out bad. So it's one of them things that everybody's got to do their job, and I got to do mine, and the whole series is tough. And that's the nature of super late model racing in general. It's really the nature of racing nowadays in any class. I venture out and run different classes throughout the year. I'll run some local 602 races, 604 races, even drop and run some factory stop bomber stuff. And I guess Blunkles call there's no handicapping. Everybody's fast, and even in every class. So it's definitely, it's just tough. Everybody's getting after it since we was at Alltech for the first one. So it's just going to be, everybody's really trying to get all they can get every night. I don't think it'll change throughout the year. Just everybody's trying to win, and that's part of it.
I'm Joseph Joyner from Milton, Florida, and I'm the main driver for the Hunt the Front race team here. So the Hunt the Front deal is me and my two brothers and my buddy Jesse. It's definitely different. We've always just wanted to race. This is what we've always done our whole life, is just racing, and never really had a path to make it to where we could race like we wanted to. And then this kind of YouTube deal here with Hunt the Front kind of got going, and so we decided, hey, we'd much rather race than like Jonathan. He was a school teacher. I drove a dump truck, and Joshua lived in Jacksonville doing his thing. Jesse was a water boy at the local water plant, whatever the heck he did. So we all decided, hey, maybe we can make this happen, and so far so good, I guess. We got got the race team that basically spends all the money we ever bring in, but it's definitely wild to be here where we're at, but it's definitely a dream come true. Especially, I know it's my dream. I've always wanted to be able to race and go on the road and race every night if we could, So we're definitely getting a taste of that, and I can tell you it's not all it cracked up to be from the outside. I can promise you that. This racing stuff will sure beat you up. It'll beat you up in a hurry. So it's hard work, but we love it. So you better love it, or else you won't do it. One thing about it, we're all close enough where you can just say, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. Do what you're supposed to do, or else I'm gonna go upside your head. So I mean, at the end of the day, we're all sitting here, and we all have the same goal to try to take it as far as we can take it and be as best as we can be. Like I come from my home racetracks that I grew up racing on are really kind of dirty and kind of rough a lot of times. So I feel like I've got a lot of experience on that kind of stuff, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't prefer racing on that. I like something that's just wide, smooth, and slick, that you can kind of just keep the car pinned on the right front and steer off of it and just make a big circle out of it. That's kind of what I feel like I do the best at. Every time we go race, I've thought about it a couple different times. Like every series race we've had this year, when you go like to Cochran or Swainsboro or everywhere we've been, everybody that you would think and hope to be there to make a really good race, everybody's there. And it's really cool to just have that to where if you go out there and you run good and win, you've outrun some good cars. So it's nice to have that, and it's a really good challenge. And I guess that's what makes all this really fun. I've never really run for points, but I feel like what the series here has, and the competition level. Whoever wins all of it is going to have something to you know, they can hang their hat on for a long time.
He's from Florence, Alabama. He's hunt the front and found it at Magnolia. Your race winner of the Governor's Cup is Josh Putnam in the 212.
Started when I was 10. My grandparents raced on both sides. I guess it just kind of fell right on through into me, but I begged Dad, and Mom kind of refused there for a while on the go-kart racing, which I think it's because the family had been in racing so long and Dad had kind of gotten out there, and they made me buy my first go-kart myself, so I had to work for the money, and it's just been downhill ever since. I tell a lot of people all the time that I don't know if we enjoy it that much or we're just too dumb to quit, but but really, honestly, I don't know what else we would do, but it's been a while since we've done points racing. I've been against it for several years now, but I'm kind of really enjoying it because it's taking us back places that we normally just wouldn't pick up and go, and I think that's what makes you better as a whole in your program. We're all smart enough that, yeah, we're going to race hard, but we all know that we're in this points deal together.
For the race lead, slide up in front of Putnam. Putnam has to get on the binders. Oh, they make contact down the back straightaway. Herrington goes through the infield, slides up in front of the race of the second running Josh Putnam.
I mean, I've tried to really be clean in this deal, and that's the way I want to race, and that's how I want to be raced.
I tell everybody, I said, I put it in the perspective of when tonight's done, we put these things back in the trailer, and I roll out of that pit gate, I'm done with it. Like, y'all can walk around butthurt or whatever you want to do, like, I'm done with it, whether I'm on the bad end or I'm on the good end. Like, we'll come back tomorrow night and race our asses off again. You know, it's been a lot of first tracks for us. If we can ever kind of get back in my stuff where we're not first timing it. Like, we're first timed everywhere, it seems like, but, you know, especially that Duck River, you know, like, I've got a lot of success at that place, even though the new owners has really changed it up, and it's a little different racetrack from what we were used to, and like, I hadn't won a race on it since they've done that, but we've been consistently very competitive there. So I'm kind of excited. Every time a series race starts coming up, it's like throughout that week, I kind of start getting a little more pumped up. So maybe we're in for some points racing for the next few years if it keeps me in the mood it has. I believe come end of the year, I think we're going to have a hard charge toward wrapping the whole deal up.